So my name is Nigel Timothy Patel. Personally, I consider myself, as the description, the tagline is always a trans femme Malawian who's kind of involved in activism. Some people have called me radical. I don't necessarily like the word radical because I'm doing what I think is necessary. And what does it mean for something to be radical if it's just necessary for me to live and other people to live? Who knows what I may identify as tomorrow or the next day or the next day, and every day it changes. Today my gender is a housewife who's doing the cooking for her girls, and tomorrow my gender will be a phoenix coming out of the flames, reimagined. I came out quite early at the age of 14 to my mother in a letter. And that was a very emotional day. I don't actually talk about it a lot. It was actually very hard. So I come from a super religious family, and wrote the letter, put it in my mom's bag, went to school, was freaking out the whole day because I was like, what is gonna happen? It was actually our National Coming Out Day, and got back into the car and my mom was silent. She just looked at me and was silent, and you could see she'd been crying, and I was just and then didn't say anything at all. Drove home, said nothing to me at all. Got home and she was like, can we speak? And after that it was very lit. And in Malawi, currently, it's illegal to be gay, homosexual in the law. 13 years in jail, but that didn't stop me from coming out. After coming out as gay, I started went through a new kind of revolution, because in my head, I'd always lived in such a gendered society, and gender was not a construct. Gender was something that was tied to your sex. So you were male and you were a boy, you were female and you were a girl, and even then, this is what men do, this is what women do. I remember being told, boys don't do this, boys don't play with those toys, boys don't dress up like this. I remember being well, what do boys do? I'm confused at a young age. And when you're loving yourself as a black, queer, trans body, you're doing something that the world is not doing, and it's radical because you're loving yourself in a way that nobody else can. Pick up some Audre Lorde, pick up some bell hooks, and understand that just because you have a marginalized identity doesn't stop you from then marginalizing other people. We're not here to play oppression Olympics, because that's never gotten anyone anywhere. And when people are called out, and when we call out people who may also be queer and white, it's not because we are angry with them, and it may be because we're angry with them, and anger is valid, but it's as a form of love. So when I say what is the future like, not just for trans people as a whole, but also for me as an individual, like I said, I would love to be alive 20 years from now.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I. Guess who's back? Still doing that, Andre? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Check me out. It's still Dre Day. AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent